To be completely honest, I don't know if I'm carrying sticks. This works too good. The Panther platform would be phenomenal. It'd be a lot easier to carry in because this is a lot bigger than the Panther platform. But this is very, very, very doable. All right, y'all. Today, we're going to be doing something that's a little bit out of my element. I am going to be trying out a saddle for the first time. What I have here, this is my Summit climbing stand. This is one of my Summit climbing stands. This is the Summit Mini right here. It's very small. It's like 17 pounds. I use it a lot, especially whenever I'm hunting with my recurve. It stays out of my way. I also have a Summit Goliath that's a lot bigger. Weighs 22 pounds, has a way bigger platform, super comfortable, almost like a recliner in the tree. Absolutely love hunting out of it. But I am the type of guy that I like to use multiple tools. There's different tools for different jobs. I'm not going to eat spaghetti with a spoon, and I'm not going to eat cereal with a fork. So I've been hearing a lot of people talking about these saddles, and I tried one whenever we went over to the Deer Expo in Alabama, and it had a platform and it had a saddle. It was actually pretty comfortable. So what I'm going to do is, for the first time, I've never tried it with sticks and tried it on my own. I got this thing off of Facebook. It cost $300 for the saddle and for the steps and for the platform. So that's what I paid for it. I know they're a lot more expensive if you buy them brand new, but I was able to find this one on Facebook. There were actually a couple of more, and it looked like it was a pretty popular item that was being sold for about that price, $300 to $500. So I've been wanting to try one just so I could have the ability to hunt multiple trees. And I'm not just looking for a certain size basketball tree that's 80 feet tall that I can climb up really high. Sometimes I like to get in some tight spots and I want to be more versatile. Not to mention, this isn't that bad to carry as a book stack. It doesn't stick out very wide. I did notice that as far as weight, I'm not saving a whole lot of weight, but I definitely am saving some weight. Don't really even know if that makes a difference because this thing really isn't heavy at all anyway. So you guys are going to get to see me try this thing out for the first time ever, never using it. So if you're in the market for a saddle stand, you've never used it, you want to try it out, see if it's something that you like, this is going to be your opportunity to watch me either make it look good or make myself look crazy. Everybody I know has a Summit climbing stand. There's all different types of climbing stands. I'm going to show you guys how my Summit hooks up before we even start with the saddle. So let's get started. I'm going to slap my Summit on this tree right here, and we're going to see how easy it is to get that Summit ready to go and climb. All right, here we go. These things are pretty easy to use. They just have little clips right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'll show y'all. Kind of like some little bearings that's welded to these cables, and it just hooks inside this part. Really easy to put on and take off. Wraps around the tree, contemplate your angle, hook it in, platform is on. And you do the same thing with the top. Watch how simple this is. Get your angle right, bring it all the way in, it hooks, and it's ready. And that's it. That stand is stuck to the tree. The more you practice, the quieter you get. I'm not really trying to be quiet right here, but this thing's ready to climb. Sit, stand, super easy to use. You know, you go for it, you pick up the top and climb in. I know most of you guys have used these, so most of y'all know what this looks like. But I'm just doing this to show the people that don't know. If somebody's on here and they don't know what it looks like, and they're trying to compare, maybe just getting into deer hunting, trying to figure it out, this is what it is. All right, so pretty much what you do at this point, you'll hook your feet down at the bottom, sit, and stand. That's pretty much it. no time at all, I can be to the top of a tree. And this one, like I said, it's very small. If you guys are wanting to stick with the climbing stand and you have a regular size Summit, I would recommend checking into the Mini, because it's if carrying and packing stuff in is what you guys are thinking about, this Mini is really easy to pack in. It's hard to beat. It is tight once you get up there, though. All right, we're going to go ahead and take this off the tree and break out the saddle. All right, like I said, never tried this before. This is going to be the first time. Let's go ahead and put this thing on. I've watched a couple of videos and I tried it out at the Deer Expo, but I'm really winging this, guys, so bear with me. Let's see what happens. All right, so far so good. That went on pretty easy. Kind of self-explanatory on how to strap that up. So, before I put any sticks or anything on the tree, I'm just going to go ahead and tether this thing up just so I can get a feel for it. So I also wanted to mention that forgot what these are even called, aider or whatever. I'm using the duck cone. I know they got different types. The kind that I used over at the show that you guys saw in that last video, it was some kind of rock climbing gear, but I'll see if I can find it and show y'all. But this is a duck cone. All right, I'm guessing that I have this hooked up right. For what it's worth, it was fairly simple. I haven't played with it at all. As a matter of fact, my son Noah pulled it all out the bag and just kind of jammed it in there. I probably should have straightened it all out before I came out here and tried to make a video, but I just didn't know. So here we are. I've got it tethered to the tree. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down in it. You guys might see me fall right here, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see what happens. All right. Hey, that's not too bad. I don't know what the name brand of this saddle is right here. I'll put y'all the name on the screen right here if I can figure it out. But like I said, I got this off of Facebook, and I can see this. I can definitely see this being a thing. I can see this being okay. Oh yeah, this little duck cone aider makes it really easy to slide up and down. And I know that there's some other things, like right here I've got this Prusik knot. I know I can put one right here to change the length of this. Just have to play around with it and hunt a lot more off of it to figure it all out, but for the most part, that's pretty common. But you know, compared to the climbing stand, there's no weight here to carry into the woods. The sticks are a little weighty, but I'm starting to notice that there's a lot more options. As a matter of fact, after a while, I'm going to try that bottom platform from that Summit deer stand. Like I said, it's the Mini. I wouldn't try the big platform, but I do have a Mini. I had gotten that Mini when Noah was 10 years old, just for him to try out, and it worked out good for him. And I just kept it around, and throughout the years, I figured out that I could still squeeze into it. So I'm actually going to try that bottom platform here in a little while and see if I can climb it just like I did the Panther platform over in Alabama. Granted, I know it's not going to be as good as that platform. That thing was built really good. I do plan on getting me one at some point. But I do have a hunting season budget, and I'm already nearing it, and we're not even close to hunting season. So might have to ask Corey if I can get an extension there. But I'm really comfortable in this thing. I can definitely see, you know, being able to, I mean, there's definitely going to be a learning curve. I mean, if I have my bow swinging around, I mean, you definitely, this is going to be your strong side. I have some knee pads to go with it. So, I mean, I can comfortably shoot. Heck, I mean, I can shoot. I can dang near get all the way around the tree and shoot. Let's see what it feels like with the platform. Alright, we got it cinched down to the tree. So I'll lock that thing in there. That is surprisingly sturdy. You guys are watching me being surprised in real time right now. 'Cause like I said, I've never done this. I know I've said that like 3 or 4 times, but I really have never done this. I've just pulled all this stuff out of the bag, bought it off of Facebook. Y'all are probably saying to yourself, man, that guy buys everything off of Facebook, bows and stands. You know, in the past I really haven't, but here lately since I started videoing, I realized that I've got to buy a lot of stuff. So just trying to get it for cheaper, save a little money. All right, well look, let's go ahead and hook this thing back on. All right, that definitely feels really good. Probably have to get this out of your way. Nah, it's all right for now. This is really comfortable. Let's see how safe this feels. I ain't trying to break an ankle right here before deer season. But, I mean, if I needed to whip around this far around, I'm completely sideways. I mean, I can lean my knee into the tree. I'm all the way around the other side of the tree. I can easily shoot all the way around this tree. And I definitely can see where having knee pads would help, because you do that all morning long, you wear yourself out. But, damn. And even if I needed to stand up, turn around and shoot, I can stand up like this. I can hunt. I can give myself a little slack in it. I mean, I feel completely safe. Now, granted, I'm only a foot off the ground, but the platform feels solid. I feel comfortable. Honestly, as far as the stand goes, this is very doable and very comfortable. I think the biggest learning curve out of all of this guys, this is comfortable. I didn't know if I was going to be able to recommend this for sure or not, but giving it a shot like this, I'm kind of mind blown right here. I'm really comfortable in this thing. A little bit of practice would probably go a long way. Me stacking my gear in my bag the right way would go a long way. And I think the biggest learning curve on here is going to be using the sticks or figuring out my proper climbing method. I have 3 sticks right here. I do have another one in the house. It just seems like a lot to carry 4. I am going to try that platform. I probably am going to get me a Panther platform. I also kind of had a little DIY idea of making my own steps. There's so many different ways to get up the tree. We're talking about the saddle stand right here. If you're thinking about getting a saddle stand, there are a lot of different platforms, and there are a lot of different saddles. This is probably a trophy line saddle. I think the whole kit is trophy line. I'll check out and I'll put it on the screen. But I don't even know if this is top of the line good stuff or what. This thing could probably be a little bit lighter. It's not really heavy. It's just I know that they make lighter ones. But if you guys really wanted to get into it, after trying it out for cheap, after going and getting the $300 setup, I think after I practice with this thing a little bit, I'm probably going to be looking for a little bit more expensive one. Something a little bit, I can't even say lighter. This doesn't weigh anything. I mean, maybe a little bit lighter platform, or maybe that Panther platform. I can definitely see this being a thing. So, with all that being said, I'm kind of surprised right now, and I'm kind of stumbling on my words. So y'all bear with me on this, because I was just expecting a whole lot more fumbling around. And I am really comfortable in this tree. I don't even feel like getting out. I mean, I could stay here for a while. You know, this can all be... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. With all your gear hanging on the tree, all your stuff right here, I mean, I could stay right here swinging in the tree. Bad thing is I'll be swinging back and forth like this, and I done got busted by a deer. That's the only thing, because it's really comfortable. All right, well, that's enough me talking about how comfortable it is. I think the next thing I'm going to try, I'm going to try to use that platform right there. So that you can't even fall off the tree. It saves you. All right, next thing is I think I'm going to use that bottom platform from that Summit Mini. I think I'm going to try to climb the tree with it just to see how that feels. And maybe after that, I might go ahead and try one of these sticks out and just see what it feels like from the stick setting up to the platform. All right, here we go. I'm going to slap this bottom platform on here. This is a complete experiment here. I have no idea how this is going to work. It might flop, but if one of y'all's thinking about trying it, at least you'll know. All right, here we go. So I just got my platform, slapped it on the bottom of the tree. This wouldn't be anything to carry with me. It doesn't weigh but about 9 pounds. It's not very big at all. So that would be really easy to carry with me. The Panther platform is way nicer. This is just DIY, trying to make something happen without spending more money right here. But let's see. To be completely honest, I don't know if I'm carrying sticks. This works too good. The Panther platform would be phenomenal. It'd be a lot easier to carry in because this is a lot bigger than the Panther platform. But this is very, very, very doable. I mean, I could easily climb up in a tree like this. This doesn't bite. This stand bottom doesn't bite as good as. Heck, it bites pretty dang good. I was gonna say it doesn't bite as good as that cam locking platform, which it really doesn't, but it's not bad. Not to mention you got plenty of room to stand up here. This is a really good idea. I didn't know if it was gonna be, but it is. So, if some of you guys are thinking about getting into saddles, number one, what I'll tell you is they're really comfortable. And they're pretty easy to pack in. Number two, I think it's the climbing method that's going to be more of a question. Do you want to take in sticks? Do you want to use a platform that you already have? Or do you want to buy you a platform that's meant for climbing? Which, for me, this is going to work great this year. I probably will go ahead and splurge next season on a Panther, just so it would be easier to carry into the woods. But this is great. This is a great idea. This works really good. I'm super excited to get out there and get to hunting in all of this, with all of this. So I'm gonna try to make one more step with this thing because I'm in disbelief right now. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll get down and I will try a stick and see what a stick feels like. All right, let's go. This is pretty good. This is not bad at all. I like it. I could also tell you something else, that if I would stand that bottom platform up a little bit more and get a little height on the front, that would help me to be able to climb a little more as well, a little faster. But for the sake of this video, I just slapped it on the tree. All right. Let's see how hard it is to come down with this thing. All right, so it definitely is a little more difficult coming down with the short rope. If you had a 30-foot rope with you, which is what the guy at Panther Platforms recommended. If you had a 30-foot rope with you, it would be way easier. You could leave it tied up there. When you get to the bottom, the same string that you pulled your bow up or your gun up with, you could have it tied to the loop up there and just shake it on down. That would make it a little bit easier. It is doable with the short one. You just have to make that extra move every time, and it takes a little bit of getting used to what height to put it at. But that whole setup right there with some practice is very doable. So, all right, last thing that we're going to take a look at is I'm going to take this off the tree. We're going to go ahead and put a stick up there. We'll take the platform up with us, and we'll see how that works. One big tip before you use these is if you're older and you have a younger son, don't let him use your stuff before you use it, because it will get all tangled up, just like this one was. Thanks, Noah. All right. Anyway, now that we got it untangled, I went ahead and I bought some aiders on Amazon. These things were very cheap. I think I paid $8 for 3 or 4 of them. It wasn't nothing. It looked like everybody that was using these sticks were using aiders, so I figured I was going to need it if I was going to be using sticks. So let's go ahead and get it on there. I've never used sticks before, so this is a learning curve for me too. I mean, I got a big old fat leg, so I mean that's about the highest I could pick my foot up. So I'm gonna get the bottom of that aider down to about that point. All right, that feels about right. That aider helped me out a little bit, so I think. All right, so getting that first one on there, not so hard because you're standing on the ground. So not really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and step in it. See what it feels like. Feels pretty strong. I weigh 235 pounds. So I don't know how big you guys are, but I'm 235, and that's what it looks like. So I also got on Amazon, and I know these things come more looking like ropes and smaller, and this thing was like $5, so I picked it up, and I may be changing it out. But this is my lineman's belt. I would definitely recommend going and watch a video with someone that is way more skilled than me on how to do this. Do not use this video as a learn how to use it video. This is a trying it for the first time to see if it works video, and what it looks like trying it for the first time realistically. Because if you go watch YouTube or TV or whatever you want to watch, you'll see people just jumping up the trees in them, and you're thinking to yourself, oh man, that looks easy. You know, there's a learning curve. There is a learning curve to it. So just keep that in mind. And I wanted to show you guys in actuality what that learning curve looks like from the start, you know. So naturally, as I climb, I would have to have my sticks attached right here. I'd have to have my platform attached or tied to something, which definitely starts to look like a lot more work whenever you look at it in that aspect. But nonetheless, people are doing it, and they're saying it's easier, so I'm willing to try it. So give me a second. I'm going to hook some sticks and everything else to myself and see what I can figure out. All right, so I would suggest pulling the platform up with a rope. But I mean, you can get it up any way that you can. For the sake of this video, I just hooked it to my back right there. All right, here we go. Got my lineman's belt on. You want to make sure this is out the way. So I'm just going to tuck it into my belt here. Don't want the foot getting caught up in that. All right. See what that feels like. Definitely takes a little work, and definitely going to take some practice. but I do feel pretty safe with the lineman belt and everything here. It does seem like, to me, it seems like a lot to have to carry in the woods, because I would need an extra rope to pull this up. Now, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe I can go watch some videos and try to find easier ways to do it. But this video is just me in the raw trying it for the first time. So you guys are getting to see what it looks like struggling. But anyway, I'm anxious to see how it is to get on this platform while on a stick. Had to come down a step to be able to put the platform. I would imagine the platform would need to go off to the side for me to be able to take a step on it. I guess there's something else to figure out, to configure. When you're climbing, you need to think that the platform's going to go off to the side, either your right or your left, whichever leg you feel like standing on, I guess. So me, I feel like I'm going to climb from my left side. So most of the videos that I watched said to put the step, your platform even with your last step. I'd like to try to get a little more height out of it if possible. But I could be wrong. All right, if I fall, y'all call 911. All right, I don't know if y'all can see me. I don't know how high I am, but all in all, not bad. Pretty comfortable stepping onto the step. Yeah. All right, let me get down and we'll talk about what our findings were after giving all this a shot. Oh, I really think I'll be using it again. But let's just get down and figure this all out. All right, y'all. So let's talk about what I learned today. Number one, I learned that this definitely is going to be an option. It did look like I struggled with some of it. Like I said, it's my first time. There is a huge learning curve. And most of that learning curve is going to come with learning what way you want to climb and learning how to get your stuff in the tree. Most of it's just going to have to be pulled up, like your platform or whatever. Your other sticks, I mean, you can climb up and down and grab one at a time, or you could hook them to your belt loop. I've watched all different kinds of videos. That's going to be the biggest thing that I figure that we can learn, that we're going to have to learn, is just how to get everything up in the tree. But I think if we could get past that point, it feels very safe. I mean, these tree steps, I know they make different ones and better ones. These tree steps are in the tree. This is not coming off. The platform, once it locks in, it's not coming off. So safety, I feel really safe in it. I personally would think, I'm going to go out right here and I'm going to plug Panther platforms. I'm going to say, after using the sticks, after using the Summit platform, and after climbing in Alabama with the Panther platform, I believe that that would be the best option. They are a little pricey, but I do believe that they're constructed very well and very well worth it. You guys need to check them out over at Panther Platforms. Just me never using this stuff and always being a climber guy, I think that would be the best option if you're going to decide to get into a saddle. Now, I'm sure it has its negatives whenever you got to get around branches and stuff. There's ways to do all that, but regardless, we can do that in another video. This video is about doing all this for the first time and what my natural reaction is to trying all this out for the first time. My natural reaction is this is definitely something that I have to learn, because this is definitely going to be a good tool that I can use in the woods. Is it going to be what I use every single time? Absolutely not. If I can find a tall, straight pine tree the size of a basketball, I'm bringing in my Summit. Unless I got to walk really, really far. But even at that, I'm bringing in my Summit. If I got to walk really far, I'm taking in the Mini. It doesn't weigh but 18 pounds. I can carry it wherever I need to carry it. So that's it, guys. It's cool. it's really cool. It's really comfortable to be able to swing around in the tree. Very versatile. I do like the way that you're standing up against the tree and able to hide. You know, maybe set up on the opposite side, and I'm tucked away behind the tree, the opposite way where the deer are coming. It gives me an extra hide there. Um, a little bit more stuff to fumble around with. I mean, there's pros and cons, but there's pros and cons to the climbing stand. So there it is. You guys got to see what it looked like. Guy weighing 235 pounds, used to climbing a climbing stand on public land all the time, trying out a saddle with sticks and platforms and everything, all for the first time. My natural reaction of how I felt about it, I honestly did not think I was going to like it as much as I did. And I thought that I was buying this cheap. I was going to try it out one time and probably try to resell it. But no, I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to play with it a little bit more and learn it more. As a matter of fact, as soon as I turn this camera off, I'm probably going to do a little bit more climbing and practice and setting up camera arms and everything. And I definitely think it's something that I think that everybody maybe should give a shot. If it's something you're considering, definitely give it a shot. There is a learning curve to it, but I don't know. We're gonna try it out in the woods. Deer season is coming. It's getting close. Right now, us guys right here doing all this stuff, trying to figure out what we're doing and where we're going and getting it all figured out. But that's what we're gonna be doing from here all the way until October or September, August, whenever it is that we get into the woods. But until then, I'll catch y'all on the next hunt.